Focus. Oh. Holy shit. But as you can tell from the title up above there, there's words up there. I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys of how the Legend of Korra's series is following up to the success of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which we all know and love. But I just want to tell you guys what I think about the new series. Now, I know what you guys are all thinking. Oh my god, Ralph, you're such a fanboy. You like Pokemon, you like Zelda, you like Avatar, you like... Well, I mean Avatar: The Last Airbender, not Avatar James Cameron, which I still have not seen. But guys, hate me, judge me, beat me if you want. I have not seen it, probably never will see it. If I do see it, I'll let you guys know. Unfortunately, I can't show any clips from Korra because that would involve copyright, which I do not want to get involved in. Yeah, I don't want to get around with that. But basically, if you guys have not seen the series, or, well, you probably have seen the series, or you're planning to see it because you want to see how it is, like, what's so great about it. You're looking around YouTube looking for people's reviews on it, just to hear their thoughts, and to clear up any kind of conspiracies, some loose ends, however you want to try to figure out the plot. Like, people have their own theories as to what's going to happen. Mind you, I'm already it's pretty much at the end of the series as it is, so I have not much to say because I can't guess anymore because it's almost there, but I can still guess how it's going to end because I still have not seen the season finale, which is actually next week. But to start things off, I should probably tell you guys, at least for those of you who have not seen The Last Airbender or Legend of Korra or Avatar or any of that stuff, or any of my videos for that matter, hi guys, I'm Ralph, I'm a squirrely vlogger, and part-time reviewer, comedian, daily vlogger. That's pretty much it, that's what I do. I got something in my eye. Ugh. Okay guys, I beg you, just skip right to the part where I'm going to start talking about the series, because right now, for the next few seconds, I'm just going to give a quick run through of the, a quick premise to everything I'm going to be talking about for this anyway, because some of you guys may not know, but some of you guys may already know anyway, so those of you who do know, please skip ahead, I'll see you guys there. And for the guys who don't know what's going on, then just stick around and listen. Put your thinking caps on and just listen to me for a couple minutes. No, that's too long. For a couple seconds, please. The series revolves around a fictional universe that divides people into these different nations where they can all manipulate different elements in the world, like air, water, earth, and fire. At first, all 4 nations were living all happy, peaceful. It doesn't matter what the they're doing, they're just doing their own. And then all of a sudden, the Fire Nation has to be these big and then they have to go say, we are the better nation, and thus we're going to obliterate the entire world and rule it for ourselves. The Avatar, which is the spiritual embodiment of the entire planet, into one person who can bend all 4 of these elements, which makes him that much more of a badass. And after the Avatar dies, he is reincarnated into the next nation in the cycle, and the cycle of the Avatar goes as follows, like, following the seasons, like, spring, winter, fall, and summer. I can't even think of it myself. That's pretty much it, and, like, it goes cyclic. Ooh, that's a cool word. Cyclic. Each season corresponds to one of the bending disciplines. Fall is air, water is winter, spring is earth, and fire is summer. Okay, so if the Avatar dies and is reincarnated, he goes to the next nation in the cycle, like his spirit is reborn into the next nation. So after the previous Avatar, Aang, who was an airbender, died, his reincarnation is now a waterbender, who is the lead character in the new series, Legend of Korra. And now that I've got you guys caught up, hi guys, people who who just skipped ahead to this part of the video, and the people who decided not to, like, skip ahead, I'll let you take a break right now, get some coffee, get some water, it doesn't matter, just relax, and I'll continue in a second. Okay, I'm back. So basically, after the events of Avatar: The Last Airbender, they are now in a new place 70 years later, established by Fire Lord Zuko and Avatar Aang in a place called Republic City. And Republic City is now being overrun by a bunch of people who are tired of benders because apparently benders are oppressing them and they are not treating them equally, thus calling themselves the Equalists. Which is not as cool as the Fire Nation, but at the same time, I kind of like the Equalist Revolution because it makes a little bit more sense than having a Fire Nation like dominating thing. It's revolving more around like some kind of we need to become equal, like equal grounds, but the Equalists have nothing on the benders because they don't have the natural ability to bend the elements. So they make up for it by coming up with these like chi blocking tactics and electrical attacks. That is really, really annoying because it can subdue someone a lot easier than a firebender ever did, because the firebenders really, they were actually kind of pushovers when compared to these Equalists. And as the series progresses, Avatar Korra, unable to like bend air still, she's still a non-fully realized avatar, so she's trying to learn airbending, but at the same time she's trying to thwart this Equalist revolution that is being led by this guy in a mask named Amon. Now there are a bunch of theories as to who Amon really is. I have no idea who it really is, but I just know who it can't be. But I honestly think that it's going to be someone who is like related to someone of the original series, because why would they just throw out a random ass character like just to with us, right? I'm just saying. And finally, after watching episode 10, it has gone crazy. Now this whole time I thought that Lin, who is Toph's daughter, I thought she was going to be this crabby old lady who wasn't going to be really nice to the Avatar because, well, she's just that way. You grow to realize that she has feelings for like everyone else in the family, like in the series, the airbenders, because they are the last airbenders, and if anything ever happened to them, like the Avatar cycle would be broken. Now I just want to say, while I'm talking about Lin is a badass. Like right at the very end of the episode, she does something that her mother did at the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender. She takes these airships like hostage, basically. She jumps on top of them and rips them apart, basically. And that's pretty cool, if you ask me. Now we're getting close to the end of the season, where it's time for the final duel against Amon, which I feel it's going to be really tough to fight against him just because he's so agile. He's more agile than the Fire Lord ever was. Like, Fire Lord, obviously, he had a bunch of firebenders and he can shoot out fire, but Amon really can't do anything unless he's in close combat, so I guess that does make Fire Lord Ozai a little bit more dangerous than Amon, but Amon also can take someone's bending away, which makes him powerless to fight back, really. But at the same time, Fire Lord Ozai could just burn the shit out of them. Since we're talking about Amon now, I kinda gotta try to figure out who Amon really is. Like, stories, some people have been saying that Jet is Amon, but at the same time, what the Jet's like gotta be 1,000,000 years old at that point. He can't be moving around like that. Like, seriously guys, come on, get your facts straight. I mean, it may be similar stories as to saying his family is non-benders and his family was killed when he was 8 and his like parents were killed by firebenders. Actually, everyone in the series' parents and family were killed by firebenders. What the But it can't possibly be Jet because he'd just be too goddamn old. And like, Amon's story is also very similar to that. He said when he was a boy he was killed by, like, his family was killed by firebenders and his face was burnt. Seriously, come on. That's why he's forced to wear a mask, which is kind of makes him that much more badass because he has a mask on. Because everybody knows, if you add a mask to a villain, it just makes him that much more, like, cool. Anybody's theories can be, like, right or wrong, because at this point we know nothing about the season finale. But my guess is that somehow Amon is going to get away, and they're going to have to do some more like searching for Amon in the second season, and that's where is going to finally come to an end, which is very sad because the series as a whole is really well done, but unfortunately ridiculously short compared to the original series. But at the same time, the original series had a lot of fillers because it was a lot more episodes, and you had to follow him through all the bending disciplines, whereas with Korra, she already knows all the bending disciplines, and we just had to like get through this anti-bending revolution deal. Now, one last thing I want to talk about is the ending of this new episode. Zuko's voice. I heard rumor that his voice was going to appear in one of these episodes at some point to voice a character who is related to Zuko in some way or another. And go figure, I called it. General Iroh at the very end is probably Zuko's like grandson or something. If not, it's his son, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be his grandson because he looked pretty young still, and he's only a general. Actually, general is pretty high up there, isn't it? General's pretty high. I'm pretty excited for it. I can't wait till next week, and hopefully, I mean, I'll probably do a rant about it next week as well because it's gonna be pretty amazing, guys. So peace out to my squirrelies and broskies, and stay squirrely. Bye bye.